Hello, friends. What if I told you that genius isn't born, but made? That every great master, Leonardo da Vinci, Mozart, Einstein, was once an ordinary person who unlocked their full potential through a specific process? Most people believe mastery is reserved for the lucky few, but in reality, anyone can achieve it. The key lies in understanding how to tap into your natural abilities, go through the right learning process, and develop the skills that make you exceptional. In this summary of mastery by Robert Greene, you'll learn the step-by-step blueprint that history's greatest minds followed to reach the top of their fields. If you want to unlock your full potential and rise above mediocrity, keep listening. This might be the most important lesson of your life. Mastery is a transformative book by Robert Greene, the best-selling author known for works like The 48 Laws of Power and The Art of Seduction. This book explores how some of the greatest figures in history became masters of their craft and how you can follow the same path. Greene dives deep into the lives of Leonardo da Vinci, Charles Darwin, Mozart, Albert Einstein, and many more, revealing the common patterns in their journeys. He breaks down the process of discovering your true calling, undergoing intense apprenticeship, developing creative intelligence, and achieving ultimate mastery. This summary is designed to give you all the essential lessons from the book in a concise and actionable way. You'll understand the importance of mentorship, social intelligence, and deliberate practice in achieving mastery. So let's dive in and uncover the secrets of the masters. Chapter 1. Discover your calling, the life's task. Every individual is born with a unique set of inclinations and a deep-seated desire to master a particular skill or field. The first step toward mastery is to reconnect with this inner calling, often buried under societal pressures and external expectations. This chapter emphasizes the importance of choosing a career path aligned with one's natural inclinations. Leonardo da Vinci, despite his diverse interests, followed his passion for observation and learning, which ultimately led to his breakthroughs in art, anatomy, and engineering. Greene highlights how figures like Charles Darwin and Albert Einstein succeeded because they trusted their instincts and refused to conform to imposed career paths. To find one's true calling, the book suggests returning to childhood interests, identifying patterns in personal enthusiasm, and experimenting across different fields before settling on a niche. Avoiding false paths, letting go of past failures, and making deliberate choices are essential to honing this internal guidance system. Greene recounts Buckminster Fuller's story of contemplating suicide, but choosing instead to dedicate himself to innovation, demonstrating the power of realigning with one's life's task. He also describes how Martha Graham, the pioneer of modern dance, faced resistance but remained committed to her unique artistic vision, ultimately transforming an entire field. Takeaways. 1. Your childhood interests and natural inclinations provide the clearest insight into your ideal career path. Look at what fascinated you when you were young and identify recurring themes in your interests. 2. Avoid societal pressures that push you toward conventional choices. Mastery requires an internal commitment to your passion. Even if your interests seem unconventional, trusting them will lead you to true fulfillment. Chapter 2. Submit to reality, the ideal apprenticeship. Once an individual identifies their calling, the next phase is an intensive apprenticeship, which serves as the foundation of mastery. This involves a deep immersion in learning and skill acquisition, where observation, repetition, and discipline play a key role. Greene presents Charles Darwin's meticulous studies of barnacles, which seemed tedious but later became crucial to his theory of evolution. Similarly, Benjamin Franklin spent years honing his writing style by copying famous essays, demonstrating the power of deliberate practice. The key lesson here is that mastery is not about instant success, but about embracing a long and rigorous learning process. The apprenticeship phase follows 3 steps: deep observation, skill acquisition, and active experimentation. Greene warns against chasing shortcuts, emphasizing that mastery requires patience and relentless effort. He also discusses the importance of learning from mentors and maintaining a humble attitude while developing competence. The book provides the example of Henry Ford, who initially failed multiple times in the automobile industry before refining his production methods through systematic learning and experimentation. This chapter also emphasizes that the apprenticeship phase can be challenging and filled with setbacks, but those who persist ultimately gain a profound understanding of their field. Takeaways. 1. Treat every experience as an opportunity to learn, focusing on observation and deliberate practice. The more time you invest in a skill, the more deeply it will be ingrained. 2. Mastery is built over time. Patience and persistence in skill development lead to true expertise. Embracing failure as part of the learning process is key. Chapter 3. Absorb the master's power, the mentor dynamic. A mentor serves as a crucial guide during the apprenticeship phase, accelerating the learning process by providing wisdom and insights that might take years to discover alone. Greene illustrates this through Michael Faraday, who apprenticed under chemist Humphrey Davy, gaining unparalleled exposure to the scientific method. Without Davy's guidance, Faraday might not have been able to develop his groundbreaking discoveries in electromagnetism. The mentor-protege relationship allows for structured learning while still encouraging creative independence. However, the chapter warns against becoming overly dependent on mentors. True mastery requires absorbing knowledge, challenging existing ideas, and ultimately surpassing one's teachers. Historical examples include Alexander the Great, who outgrew Aristotle's teachings, and Thomas Edison, who built upon his mentor's foundation but innovated in his own way. Greene also describes how Carl Jung, initially a disciple of Sigmund Freud, eventually broke away to establish his own school of psychology. The key is to maintain respect while actively seeking independence. Takeaways. 1. Find mentors who align with your goals, but never remain in their shadow. Your ultimate aim is to surpass them. The best proteges take what they learn and expand beyond it. 2. Learning from a master saves years of trial and error, but real innovation comes when you integrate their knowledge into your own path. Don't be afraid to challenge existing ideas. Chapter 4. See people as they are, social intelligence. Technical skill alone is insufficient for mastery. Understanding human nature and navigating social dynamics is equally critical. Greene introduces the concept of social intelligence, which allows individuals to avoid manipulations, misinterpretations, and conflicts. He highlights Benjamin Franklin's ability to read people and adapt his persona accordingly, making him a skilled diplomat and leader. Franklin recognized that influence is built through understanding how others think and respond, allowing him to navigate the political and business world effectively. This chapter also discusses the 7 deadly realities of human behavior: envy, conformity, rigidity, self-obsession, laziness, flightiness, and passive aggression. Recognizing these traits in others prevents unnecessary conflicts and distractions. Greene presents the story of Ignaz Semmelweis, a doctor whose revolutionary ideas about hygiene were dismissed due to poor social awareness, illustrating how mastery requires both knowledge and interpersonal skills. By learning to read people accurately, one can gain allies, avoid unnecessary battles, and ensure long-term success. Takeaways. 1. Mastery involves not just technical expertise, but also the ability to navigate complex human relationships. Social intelligence allows you to avoid common pitfalls and stay focused on your goals. 2. Reading people accurately prevents unnecessary conflict and allows for greater influence and cooperation. The ability to adapt to different social environments is crucial for success. Chapter 5. Awaken the dimensional mind, the creative active phase. At this stage, an individual must break free from rigid conventions and cultivate original thought. Greene emphasizes that true mastery is marked by creativity, where an individual applies acquired knowledge in novel ways. Mozart, for example, mastered the classical structures before reshaping them into groundbreaking compositions. Similarly, the Wright brothers, despite having no formal education in aeronautics, relied on intense experimentation and an innovative mindset to pioneer controlled flight. Their ability to think beyond established norms allowed them to make history. Key strategies for creative mastery include cultivating negative capability, the ability to tolerate uncertainty and contradictions, allowing serendipity to guide discoveries, and alternating between focused work and moments of relaxation. Greene discusses how Albert Einstein combined rigorous scientific work with abstract imagination, visualizing relativity through mental experiments rather than strict equations. Similarly, Thomas Edison encouraged his team to explore unconventional ideas, fostering an environment where creativity thrived. Greene also highlights the importance of analogical thinking, seeing connections between seemingly unrelated fields, which led innovators like Leonardo da Vinci and Richard Feynman to achieve breakthroughs. Furthermore, Greene discusses the necessity of stepping outside one's primary discipline to gain fresh perspectives. For instance, Charles Darwin spent years studying barnacles, an endeavor that seemed unrelated to his theory of evolution, but ultimately deepened his understanding of species variation. Embracing a multidimensional approach to problem-solving allows for more profound insights and revolutionary advancements. Takeaways. 1. True mastery involves transcending the rules, not just following them, but reshaping them creatively. Innovation comes from breaking free of rigid patterns and thinking outside traditional frameworks. 2. Alternating between intense focus and relaxation sparks breakthroughs and deeper insights. Taking inspiration from unrelated fields and maintaining an open, exploratory mindset leads to higher levels of creativity. Chapter 6. Fuse the intuitive with the rational. Mastery. The final stage of mastery is the development of a heightened sense of intuition, where decisions and actions flow effortlessly. Greene describes this as a fingertip feel for one's field, much like how a chess grandmaster anticipates moves instinctively. This level of intuition is not mystical, but the result of thousands of hours of practice, deeply ingraining knowledge into the subconscious. He recounts the story of Marcel Proust, whose deep immersion in writing allowed him to create one of literature's greatest masterpieces by capturing the subtleties of human memory and experience. At this level, an individual transcends conscious analysis and operates with an almost instinctive grasp of patterns and possibilities. Greene discusses Erwin Rommel, a military strategist who could anticipate enemy movements with uncanny accuracy. His mastery of warfare allowed him to react instinctively to battlefield conditions, making split-second decisions that baffled his opponents. Similarly, Jane Goodall developed an intuitive understanding of chimpanzee behavior by spending years observing them closely, allowing her to challenge existing scientific assumptions about animal intelligence. The key to reaching this stage is deep, immersive practice combined with a willingness to trust one's instincts. Greene points to athletes, musicians, and business leaders who, after years of refining their craft, develop a nearly unconscious ability to make the right decisions under pressure. This is the ultimate level of mastery, where intuition and rationality fuse, creating a mind capable of extraordinary insights and achievements. Takeaways. 1. Mastery is achieved when knowledge becomes instinctive, allowing for rapid and precise decision-making. True expertise enables individuals to act with confidence, even in complex situations. 2. Deep immersion and relentless refinement are the ultimate keys to unlocking intuitive genius. The more one engages with a subject, the more naturally solutions and insights arise. Here's some of the most impactful lessons the author wants everyone to learn. 1. Everyone has a unique calling, life's task. Every individual has a unique set of inclinations and talents. The key to mastery is discovering and aligning with these natural inclinations rather than following societal expectations. Lesson: reflect on your childhood interests and instincts. They hold clues to your true passion. Suppressing them leads to frustration, while embracing them leads to fulfillment and greatness. 2. Mastery is a process, not an event. No one is born a master. Every great figure in history, from Leonardo da Vinci to Charles Darwin, spent years honing their craft before achieving greatness. Lesson: there are no shortcuts to mastery. Patience, discipline, and consistent effort are the only paths to excellence. 3. The power of apprenticeship. The most critical phase of mastery is apprenticeship, learning deeply from a field, mentor, or real-world experience. Lesson: focus on learning, not immediate rewards. The more you immerse yourself in the details of your craft, the greater your eventual breakthroughs. 4. Mentorship accelerates growth. A mentor can guide you, help you avoid common pitfalls, and push you toward excellence. However, you must eventually surpass them. Lesson: learn everything you can from mentors, but don't become dependent. The goal is to internalize their lessons and innovate beyond them. 5. Social intelligence is as important as skill. Mastery is not just about technical expertise. It also requires navigating human relationships and power dynamics. Lesson: learn to read people, understand their motivations, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Social intelligence allows you to collaborate effectively and gain influence. 6. Failures and setbacks are part of the journey. Almost every master faced rejection, failures, or periods of obscurity. Instead of giving up, they used these setbacks as learning experiences. Lesson: view failures as stepping stones. They provide critical feedback that helps refine skills and strategies. 7. Creativity comes from deep knowledge and experimentation. True creativity doesn't come from sudden inspiration. It emerges from years of deep study and practice. Lesson: first, master the fundamentals of your field. Then experiment and innovate. Break the rules only after you've fully understood them. 8. Intuition is developed through experience. Masters don't rely on luck. They develop a high-level instinct or fingertip feel for their craft through years of practice. Lesson: the more experience you accumulate, the more intuitive and effortless your decision-making becomes. Trust the process. 9. The 10,000-hour rule is just the beginning. While practice is essential, it's the quality of practice, focused, deliberate, and challenging, that leads to mastery. Lesson: don't just work hard, work smart. Constantly challenge yourself to improve and refine your craft. 10. Resistance and pain lead to growth. Masters actively seek challenges because difficulty and discomfort accelerate learning. Lesson: when facing obstacles, don't retreat. Lean into them. Growth happens when you push through discomfort. 11. Develop dimensional thinking. The best minds connect ideas across different fields, allowing for innovation and fresh perspectives. Lesson: don't stay confined to a single discipline. Explore different areas and draw connections. This is how breakthrough ideas are formed. 12. Mastery is a lifelong pursuit. Mastery isn't a final destination, but an ongoing process of refinement and improvement. Lesson: stay curious, keep learning, and continually push the boundaries of your potential. Final thoughts. Mastery is not reserved for a select few. It is a process accessible to anyone willing to dedicate themselves to their calling. The journey involves discovering one's passion, undergoing rigorous apprenticeship, learning from mentors, navigating social dynamics, embracing creativity, and ultimately developing an intuitive grasp of the field. Through historical and contemporary examples, Greene demonstrates that all great masters followed a similar path of dedication, persistence, and strategic learning. Mastery is a lifelong pursuit, and those who commit to it gain an unparalleled level of control, creativity, and fulfillment in their work. Please read the book to get full benefits. Thank you so much for staying till the end.